What's going on, everyone? It's Nismo, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the world of entrepreneurship right here in the Tar Heel State. We're talking about how to start an LLC in North Carolina, and I'm going to break it down step by step so you can get your business up and running smoothly. But don't sweat it, that's what I'm here for. We'll cover everything from choosing a business name to getting those crucial insurance policies in place. So, grab your notebooks, let's turn those business dreams into a reality right here, right now. Alright, first things first, you've got to have a name for your business, right? It's one of the most exciting parts of starting a new venture. And not just any name, it's got to be catchy, memorable, and most importantly, available. A name that resonates with your brand and stands out in the market. Now, in North Carolina, when you're forming an LLC, that name has got to be unique. It can't be too similar to any existing business names registered in the state. You can't just copy someone else's brand, gotta be original. This helps avoid legal issues and ensures your brand identity is distinct. And here's the thing, you gotta make sure it includes limited liability company or the abbreviation LLC or LLC at the end. This is a legal requirement, it's the law, gotta stay compliant. This helps in clearly defining the nature of your business entity. Now, before you get too attached to a name, I highly recommend heading over to the North Carolina Secretary of State's website. This step is crucial. They've got this awesome tool called the Business Name Search Tool. It's super user-friendly and can save you a lot of time and hassle. Just type in the name you're thinking about and boom, it'll tell you if it's available or if someone else already snagged it. This way you can avoid any potential conflicts. Once you've got that killer name locked down, you're ready to move on to the next step. It's a big milestone, so take a moment to celebrate. Now that you've got your business name sorted, and you're ready to take the next step in establishing your company, it's time to talk about registered agents. This might sound like a minor detail, but it's actually a crucial part of your business setup. And no, I'm not talking about some secret agent spy stuff, although it kinda sounds cool, right? In reality, it's all about compliance and communication. In the business world, a registered agent is basically your point of contact for all those official legal documents. They ensure you never miss important notices. Think of it like this, your registered agent is like the mailbox for your LLC. They receive and forward all critical documents to you. They're the ones who are going to be receiving all those important documents from the state, like tax forms, legal notices, you name it. This keeps you informed and compliant. Now here's the catch. In North Carolina, your registered agent has to have a physical address in the state. This is a legal requirement. You can't just use a P.O. box, it's got to be a real street address. This ensures that all legal documents can be reliably delivered. That's why I always recommend using a registered agent service. They provide a physical address and handle all the paperwork for you. They handle all that stuff for you so you can focus on what really matters, growing your business. This way you can concentrate on your goals without worrying about missing important documents. Alright, we're making progress. Now it's time to make things official with the state of North Carolina. This is a crucial step in establishing your business as a legal entity. We're talking about filing your articles of organization. This document is essential for the legal recognition of your LLC. Think of the articles of organization as your LLC's birth certificate. Just like a birth certificate, it marks the official beginning of your business. It's basically a document that officially registers your business with the state. Without it, your LLC doesn't legally exist. Now, to file your articles of organization in North Carolina, you're going to need to use Form L01. This form is specifically designed for LLC registration. You can find this form on the Secretary of State's website, and they've even got detailed instructions to walk you through the process. These instructions are very helpful, especially if it's your first time. Now, there is a filing fee involved, and as of today, it's $125. This fee is necessary to process your application. You can file online, which is the fastest and easiest way, or you can choose to mail it in or even drop it off in person. Each method has its own processing time, so choose the one that best fits your needs. Just make sure you fill out everything accurately and completely. Any mistakes could delay the approval process. Once you've submitted your articles of organization, the Secretary of State's office will review it, and if everything checks out, they'll issue you a certificate of formation. This certificate is your proof that your LLC is officially recognized by the state. Chapter 4. The Power of an Operating Agreement for your North Carolina LLC. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground already, but there's one more crucial document I want to talk about. The operating agreement. Now here's the thing. In North Carolina, having an operating agreement isn't technically required by law, but trust me, you're going to want one. Think of your operating agreement as the rule book for your LLC. It outlines how your business is going to be managed, who owns what percentage, and how those profits are going to be distributed. It's basically a contract between the owners of the LLC that helps prevent misunderstandings and disputes down the road. Now, you can find templates for operating agreements online, but I highly recommend consulting with an attorney to make sure it's tailored to your specific business needs and complies with North Carolina law. Chapter 5. Getting your EIN, your business's social security number. Alright, we're getting close to the finish line. Now it's time to talk about your EIN, or Employer Identification Number. Think of this as your business's social security number. It's a unique 9-digit number that the IRS uses to identify your business for tax purposes. Now, you're going to need an EIN if you plan on hiring employees, opening a business bank account, or doing pretty much anything official with your LLC. The good news is, getting your EIN is actually really easy and completely free. You can apply for it online through the IRS website and you'll usually get your EIN immediately. Chapter 6. Understanding your North Carolina small business insurance needs. Now that you've got the legal structure of your LLC in place, it's time to talk about protecting your hard work with the right insurance. Think of insurance as your safety net. It's there to protect you financially if something unexpected happens, like a customer getting injured on your property or a natural disaster damaging your inventory. Without insurance, you could be on the hook for thousands, even millions of dollars in damages or legal fees. Some common types of insurance for small businesses include general liability insurance, professional liability insurance, workers' compensation insurance, and commercial property insurance. Now that you have a better understanding of the types of insurance your North Carolina business might need, it's time to shop around and find the right insurance provider. And trust me, this is not the time to just go with the first quote you see. Insurance premiums and coverage can vary widely from one provider to the next, so it's important to do your research and compare quotes from multiple companies. Think of it like shopping for a new car or a mortgage. You wouldn't just accept the first offer you get, would you? Take your time, shop around and compare quotes from different providers to find the best coverage at the best price. Alright, so you've done your research, compared quotes, and finally chosen an insurance provider for your North Carolina business. That's awesome. But before you sign on the dotted line and hand over your hard-earned cash, there's one crucial step you don't want to skip: understanding your policy. You need to know exactly what you're covered for, what your deductible is, and what exclusions or limitations apply to your policy. The last thing you want is to find out after the fact that you're not covered for a specific type of incident, or that your coverage is insufficient. So, take the time to carefully review your policy with your insurance agent. Congratulations! You've officially secured insurance for your North Carolina business. You're one step closer to launching your dream and sharing your products or services with the world. But before you get too caught up in the excitement of it all, there's one more crucial detail I want to emphasize: keeping good records. And I'm not just talking about keeping track of your income and expenses, although that's obviously important too. I'm talking about keeping thorough records of your insurance policies. This includes your policy documents, declarations pages, endorsements, and any other relevant correspondence with your insurance provider. So, create a dedicated folder, either physical or digital, for all your insurance-related paperwork. We're in the home stretch now, but before we wrap things up, I want to emphasize one last, but certainly not least, important aspect of running your North Carolina LLC: staying compliant. Running a business requires ongoing attention to detail, especially when it comes to legal and financial obligations. Remember those annual reports I mentioned earlier? Well, in North Carolina, LLCs are required to file an annual report with the Secretary of State's office, and there's a $200 fee associated with it. This report helps keep your business information up to date and ensures you're in good standing with the state. And there you have it, folks. We've covered a ton of ground today, from choosing a name for your LLC to securing the right insurance coverage and staying compliant with state regulations. By following these steps, you'll be well on your way to establishing a solid foundation for your North Carolina business. Remember, starting and running a successful business takes time, effort, and a willingness to learn and adapt. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it, whether it's from a mentor, a business coach, or a trusted professional advisor. The world needs what you have to offer, so go out there and make it happen. Now before you go, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you found it helpful, and subscribe to the channel for more awesome business tips and advice. Until next time, keep hustling and stay tuned.